Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vault Studio NFL podcast. I'm one of your hosts, J.A., and I'm joined by Quadzilla on the right side of the couch, Scotty McGuinness, and the man who can spot anyone out of a group of crabs, George. How are you, big fella?
I'm great. Thank you, James. Thank you so much.
We have established that George can spot a human amongst a crowd of crabs.
Yes, a crowd of crabs. Yes.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
I've been saving that for an hour.
Thank you very much.
Well, yeah, obviously, preseason review tonight. I want to give our boy, he's not on the line tonight, our boy teleprompter Tom,
Shout out to Tom.
for all his outstanding work.
RDO for him.
RDO for Tommy boy. Make sure you get on the socials, give us a follow on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the Tickety Talk. Get around it and get around our fantastic sponsors, the Sporting Globe, Churnside Park, and Doncaster. Shout out to our guys, Dave and Eloise down there doing an outstanding job. If AFL Finals is on Friday night, we can watch Collingwood lose. Saturday night, we can watch the mighty Blue Baggers.
Up the baggers.
Up the Baggers. They are the
We're
greatest team
We're
of
the
this
form
generation.
team. We're the form team.
Get
No
around
one
the
wants
bags.
You know what's wrong with the Baggers? I'm feeling confident, and that's a problem. I need to go back to my pessimistic ways. I've got a couple of days.
You've turned the corner.
But that's when they hurt me, George.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a Carlton and Dallas Cowboys supporter.
The lid's off.
I've been hurt so many
So much
times.
pain.
So much pain. So get in there, watch the AFL finals, get around that. And NFL Melbourne, their first game's in 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
So tomorrow morning, 2 weeks from now, is
Wow,
the
that's so soon.
Seattle
isn't it?
Patriots. And then the Melbourne game, I was saying to Scotty before, we're 2 weeks out from watching an
Fucking
NFL game.
excited.
It's
If,
come up really quick, man.
I haven't thought about it a lot, and then I've started seeing all the hype around it coming up, and I'm like, "Fuck, we're actually going to an NFL game at the MCG."
One of the guys messaged me the full breakdown of like the weekend events and like how they're set up like a stage for like a concert and all that, and I was like, "Oh fuck, the game's coming up! How good's this?" Like,
someone sent me that too, and I was like,
"What are they doing? What are they actually doing? I didn't see this."
Sneaky sound system are playing on Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's Saturday. It would be so good if it was Friday after the game.
I can promise you, the only chance we catch
bangers,
Sneaky sound system on 11 a.m. on the Saturday is if we're still going from the Friday.
high possibility.
I was about to say, I'd be putting money on those odds. Shout out to Bianca.
I'm not a betting man, but I'm in.
So low-key, Sneaky Sound System does some bangers.
I saw him at Pyramid. Anyway,
They're elite.
they are fantastic live.
Pictures, elite.
Oh, yeah. Great band. They got good stuff. The Jonas Brothers are playing at halftime. They're not my cup of tea, but they're a big band.
Is that right?
Yeah, they're playing the halftime show.
I didn't know that. Fucking hell.
I didn't know that either.
But the bottom line is we're going to watch an NFL game in what my opinion is. I've been to a few stadiums in America and Australia. The MCG is the most spectacular stadium you've ever been in your entire life, especially when it's full of 110,000 people. I don't think NFL players have experienced that many people in a stadium before,
fair.
and that grand a scale of a stadium. So
what's the highest capacity stadium in
I think Dallas Cowboys is 110,000.
Okay.
Fairness.
Yeah.
But like you talk about college, I think the biggest is like 70,000 in college.
Yeah, you might get 70 or 80 for something
Like Lambeau Field's only like 40,000.
Yeah, Lambeau's quite small.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like most of the new stadiums are getting up there because of the
the
popularity.
Vegas one would be big.
Vegas is huge. The new Bill Stadium, I think, is 100,000.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
But the bottom line is when you walk on the MCG, whether obviously you're going out to the middle of the field to play on a proper field, but I don't think these guys have experienced how big a facility and stadium the MCG
The atmosphere.
is.
And one thing I know for sure about
Unbelievable.
Melbourne sporting culture and sporting fans is
We love it.
We love it. We love our sport. We're the sporting capital of the world. I don't care what anyone says. It can get fucked.
We definitely
But and we're just passionate. We're just passionate about sport. And I can imagine the joint's gonna be heaving. It's gonna be unreal.
You just hope that the crowd knows the parts where to cheer. Because I remember
think
going
at
to
the college games, it was the same.
The college, it was like there was a big play, and then there was like half the crowd cheering, half the crowd like it was a little bit quiet. So like,
I think enough will in this situation.
Yeah, I feel like the price is for people that really want to go watch the game that understand it a little bit.
You know
more.
what? If people go and they enjoy themselves, that's good enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Speculation, they're already looking to sign up for next year as well.
My understanding was that it's a multi-game deal. Like this is not a one-off thing.
It hasn't happened yet, but the talks are that there's going to be.
It was kind of like a
deal.
case of we'll do one and it's going to go well. Basically, if we sell it out, which they were always going to, they could have sold this game out twice.
Well, there's also talks of doing one in Melbourne, one in Sydney at Sun.
Okay.
What's the
Suncorp's
stadium?
Brisbane.
That's Brisbane. What's
Amy?
No, isn't that Melbourne too?
That's Melbourne.
Whatever, the big rugby field in Sydney, or maybe it was Suncorp. One of the
Truth
two.
be told, the rugby field's probably better suited.
Unbelievably better suited. Yeah,
Just
Suncorp holds 70,000.
Yeah,
So it's 30 cents. Whether it's dollars and cents or wanting as many people there as possible, the MCG is the right call.
To be fair, like from all reports, whenever they have the rugby there at the end at the MCG, it's completely fine. You see everything. So
I've never heard a complaint from the rugby.
No.
So I don't imagine any issues.
No,
but it's very exciting.
I think it's going to be dope. It's going to be unreal.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I cannot wait. What we're doing tonight, we're going to just do a bit of a preseason review. We're not going to talk about all the preseason stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. Talk about some of the big news from it, some of the players that have really stood out. Scotty's got a spiel on the Cleveland Browns, which is fun. I've also got a message from our boy Adam from Outback to Endzone because I messaged him and said, I need a voice clip from you because you're the only Browns fan I actually know.
Oh, beauty.
So he's got a clip on Deshaun Watson status. When we get to that, I'll play his clip and then you launch into your well-prepared monologue on the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, strap yourself in.
Strap yourself in.
Love it.
Show us in and feel the G's. Let's start with a
Cheese or G's?
G's.
Oh.
Like you can feel the cheese if you want. Cheese is delicious. Everyone should have it in their diet.
Strike that cheese like you struck that mic, big boy.
I do. I have been called out for
Lay it on me, Carson Beck.
much.
Go.
You two are getting out of control. I'm going to need you to tone it down one notch, not three.
I
Three's
was
too
never
much.
in
One's
control.
perfect.
I was never in control.
Carson Beck, 2 games into the preseason, he's looked very sharp.
Hey, he's looked extremely
One of the
comfortable.
surprises of the preseason.
He's looked extremely comfortable in the system. He looks like he can execute the system. He was making the reads. And I understand that it's against backups and whatever, and I understand all that, but he's making the reads.
Yep.
He's making the throws. I said this in the preseason reviews, and I got laughed out of the room that they should start Beck week 1 over beef brisket. And
I still don't think they will.
And you
That's
both
crazy.
laughed at me,
That's still crazy.
but he will
He'll start this year.
be
I
the
agree.
starter by mid-season for sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking around that mark. Yeah, I think
Mid-season he'll be starting.
he'll play minimum. He'll start 6 games this year in injuries.
I think there'll be still a massive drop off from what we're seeing now compared to proper NFL games for points.
Yeah, I agree.
For wins, but he's done everything that he needs to do at this point.
Yeah, and from all reports, his training camp stuff's been pretty good as well.
Yeah.
He's been good throughout.
Yeah. So, good start. I still vividly remember a lot of his college stuff, so I still have a little bit of skepticism about him as a player.
Yep.
But all he's done is just he's just beat out that baseline.
Yeah.
For what you expect.
So
Like
people also can improve. People can get better. They don't just get to the
he's
NFL. And
he's 33 or something. Like
He's not.
He's not 33.
like you know what I mean? Like he's a seasoned veteran.
It's clear. What I will say for sure is that it's clear that he's conducting himself like a professional.
Yep.
Not conducting himself like a little kid like McCarthy was.
Yep.
He's come. Shedeur. He's clearly got his head in the playbook because you can see that. Like he knows what to do.
Yep.
What the fuck more do you want from a rookie?
No, nothing. I couldn't agree more. Nothing. He's done everything he needs to do to show that he deserves to be in the NFL. I still think Beef Brisket will get the job for the first, I would say, minimum 6 to 8 weeks.
Yep.
Sure.
And then we'll see how it goes from there. And then when the bullets are flying for real and the guys are actually really trying to hurt him and they're starters, and we'll see where he's at there.
I think they'd
I'll
be
reserve
crazy.
judgment.
I think
to
it'd be
that point.
crazy not to see what they've got in him at
You
the end of the
definitely
season.
have to. You definitely have to.
Let's just say he's like Tyler Shook, and he's like, well, this guy looks like he belongs in the NFL.
Yep.
Then you roll into next offseason, you're like, well, let's not sell the farm for a quarterback here. Let's keep building this roster. They've already got a decent offensive line with high pedigree picks on it. They've got Jeremiah Love.
Good skill position players.
Yeah,
They've got some decent guys. Yeah.
Like if Marvin Harrison Jr. can get in, like that's going to be the big one for Carson Beck. He needs to build that relationship with Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, I think also the playbook is going to change a lot to facilitate Harrison Jr.'s skill set. A lot of crossing routes, a lot more digs, a lot of that stuff running across the field so he can use his size and his speed. And like Kyler Murray doesn't throw in the middle of the field. It's a well-known fact.
True.
He runs out of the pocket and dumps it off to the running back or a tight end. That's why McBride gets 100.
Off script with Kyler Murray because he's going to go off script if the first read's not there.
And he's not waiting for a play to develop for a 15-yard dig or a 10-yard dig. So Marvin Harrison isn't just going to get peppered with targets just from a lack of ability, not from him, from the quarterback. So let's just see how that all.
Are you saying
out.
that the one part of the reason that Harrison has been struggling is because of the style of quarterback play? Is that what you're saying?
I think it's a hindrance. I think there's still a lot of it on him and not being able to catch the ball and not reading coverages properly and little bits and pieces like that. But I think collectively the playbook wasn't maybe adapted to his skill set.
Sure.
And Kyler Murray isn't the kind of quarterback that would do that as well.
I don't hate that, yeah.
I mean, he was a 4th overall pick, and maybe he was picked a little bit high, but like, there's a collective of things for that situation not to work. And it's not just all on him. It's not just all on the coach. It's not just all on Kyler Murray.
I actually think that's pretty fair.
The only goal of Arizona for this season, well, realistically for the first 6 weeks before the trade deadline, is to make sure Marvin Harrison's their guy.
Yeah.
And that should be the first 6 weeks to make sure. And if he is your guy and he is going to be a number 1 receiver, then you're like, cool, we're good. We can roll in with him. If he's not, then you've got to move him on early.
Yeah.
And there will be good teams that'll be like, let's take a chance for a third round pick.
Give me a 3rd round pick. Yeah.
Yep. There are teams that will be like, you know what? We want an alpha receiver. We think Arizona's the problem. We'll take him.
Which is also fair enough too.
Correct.
Arizona have not shown.
If you put him back at the second half of the season and he does a Tyler Shook and you're like, oh, he's actually decent. We can roll with him next year. Like, no problems.
We've said many a time, once you find the quarterback, it all becomes a lot easier.
Even if he's not that guy, even if he's just the guy for now.
No.
Right?
I think with the quarterback draft coming in,
next year,
if he's not that guy, you get rid of him straight away.
Cool. That's fine. But let's just say, just play it out with me. You say, cool. He's a Tyler Shook.
Yep.
By the end of this
next season, you roll with him.
You roll with him next season, and that you'll still probably be picking in the top 5. You could trade out. Say you're picking 4th, you could trade that out and get 2 first-round picks for that.
Yeah, because if you have a quarterback, next draft is the year to have one and be an early pick.
Yeah. Correct.
I think
everyone's going to be selling the farm.
He may be. I don't think he will be a Tyler Shook kind of guy.
I don't think he will either.
But even if he is that Tyler Shook guy where he's maybe another year or 2 away from finding out, I would still draft that guy. Because what's the point of kicking the can down the road for another 2 years and you're in a situation similar to Stroud and Bryce Young?
Sure.
That's like you're in a generational draft for quarterback, which is they're saying this is like going to be like the 2017.
Did the Texans trade up and get a quarterback?
If Stroud doesn't work out, yeah. He apparently wants $70 million.
Oh, that's so ridiculous.
Probably what's happening.
I want a Lamborghini. Not getting one.
You know, I want a good hairline. It ain't gonna happen, bro.
That ship sailed a long time ago.
I can only agree with Scotty that I want a Lamborghini because my hairline is thriving and not fighting at all.
Thriving. Oh my god!
It's like if hanging on for dear life is your hairline, mine's the polar opposite. Of that.
Yeah, definitely the polar opposite.
All right,
George's hanging on for dear life is like a witch being thrown off the fucking cliff in Salem.
Absolutely,
that's so far gone.
Hit me with the next one, bro, please.
All right, next one is the number 1 overall pick, Fernando Mendoza. His first preseason game, he made some really good throws. Second game wasn't as good. He did have a pick 6 against the Texans starters.
Yes.
How are we feeling on him? When do you reckon it's the starting time?
Look, it's going to depend. In my opinion, it's going to depend on Cousins. Because I don't think Kubiak wants to put him out there.
No.
If Kubiak had his way, he probably wouldn't put him out there at all this year.
Yeah, that's fair.
If he could pencil it in how he wants it. But if Cousins struggles early, which is very possible, let's be honest, the crowd, the fans,
the fan base
will want Mendoza.
Yeah.
Because he's our prized thoroughbred. We just spent all this money on him, kind of thing. We want to show him off to everyone. It's our brand new car. We want to show him off to everyone. Is that the best thing for the team? Is that the best thing for Mendoza? I think not. I think the longer he can sit, the better.
I'm giving you the over/under of 5.5 games.
I think that's pretty fair.
I think he's over.
I think over 2.
Week 6 is.
I think they're not going to be good enough to compete for the division or playoffs. And if they are, it's probably because Kirk Cousins is playing well early, and it's like, well, let's roll this out and see what happens. But I think it's all dependent on Kirk Cousins. If he plays solid, puts up good numbers, the offense is working. You know, we had a scare from Genty injury during the week.
Apparently he's okay.
It's just an ankle injury. They don't think he'll be ready for week 1, but he won't be far off it.
Sure.
We had this same discussion with Love. I think if it's a high ankle.
It wasn't high ankle. No, it was just ankle.
Well, teams also have a lot of leniency on what they can say in training camp and preseason.
Yeah.
The NFL is not going to crucify teams for getting the injury report wrong. But if he's not ready for week 1, that's a 3-week injury, probably more of a high ankle.
Yeah, potentially.
If they're saying right now. So
they're saying hopefully week 1, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
So
The bottom line is it looked fucking gruesome, and I'm glad it's not for Genty.
100%.
And for every fantasy football owner in the world that seemed to have an absolute meltdown.
I picked up Malik, is it Malik Washington or something straight away as soon as I saw that. I was like, ooh, handcuff, here we go. Anyway, it's enough of fantasy.
I think he looks like he belongs. He definitely looks like he can play in the NFL.
In the first preseason game, he had 2 throws. One was an out route to the wide side of the field. That's an NFL throw. Like you can't. That I don't think people understand how far you were throwing
from the opposite hash.
It was only about 8 yards downfield, but that is a
30-yard
long throw, and it is the easy. Every defender will ever tell you it is the easiest throw to pick off if it's not right.
It's just you're just hanging it out there.
Yeah. And he nailed it. And then his throw over the middle. I don't think he'd get that against starting players, but the way he threw the receiver back inside from where he sat and got it over the line back, like it showed some class, and he knows what he's doing.
I think I don't have from both the preseason games. I feel the same way for both of them, even though one, if you look at the stats, is far better than the other. I think there's going to be a learning curve, like there is for every quarterback entering the NFL. I think that Kubiak's going to do a very good job in keeping him comfortable and keeping him in situations that he can stay in control. And I think also he's going to get baited into throws that he's going to have to learn that you don't make. And Peyton Manning threw how many picks in his first season?
I think it was 28. He holds the record for interceptions in a rookie season.
He turned out to be okay.
Yeah, sometimes pretty handy.
Sometimes you just got to learn the speed and the capabilities of what's happening around you and all that sort of stuff.
I'd prefer a guy like Peyton Manning in their rookie year than
throwing
than someone that's like, I'm never going to throw. I'm going to take sacks. If you're like, I'm going to zip it, you're going to end up being better. You're either going to be out of the league really quick or better really quick.
Yeah, that's right. You
may as well find out straight away.
I think this, and George touched on this, I think this comes down to how long Cousins plays at a good level for. And I think if he's...
Is there a chance it's like 3 games?
Yeah.
If it's 3 games, it's 3 games. It is what it is. But
if he sucks the first 3 games, Mendoza's in.
Yeah, that's right. And I don't think it's going to be that much of a detriment to him because they would just have to run a very vanilla offense, run a lot of bootlegs with 1 or 2 options and a heavy running game. They're just going to have to really have stages of him just progressing. So
that's why I was saying it's the longer he stays out, the better, just to be able to implement more of the playbook.
Well, he just understands
so more. Yeah.
And Cousins is a pro's pro as well. He'll be working in with Mendoza.
Oh, they're very close.
So and
they're basically the same guy.
And Cousins is an absolute savage off the field. The only thing he does is scouting and reviewing, and all he's nose deep in the playbook, and he's finding all the little bits and pieces and the nuances and everything, and he's going to pass that down to Mendoza. So I'm confident that Mendoza is going to be a competent NFL player at least.
He's definitely got the right. They definitely got the right mentor to teach Mendoza how to be a pro.
That's right.
That makes sense.
If you're not relying
you
on...
don't last in the league for 13 or 14 years if you don't know what you're doing.
Fair.
No.
And do all the right things.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of backup quarterbacks.
That's right.
And that's what he's entering now. And if teams want him around still, which plenty do, and if he was cut by the Raiders today, he'd be signed tomorrow.
Oh, for sure.
Sean McVay went on ESPN or whatever it was and essentially begged him to come to LA. Like he wanted him at the Rams.
Yeah, because Stafford is 1 hit away from retirement.
What I'm saying. And he was he did a press tour begging Cousins, please sign with the Rams.
Do you think if they got Cousins, they wouldn't have drafted Ty Simpson?
Potentially.
Who, in fairness to Ty Simpson, looked solid in his first
I've got a little bit of...
Not as good, but it's not what you want for a first round pick. But he didn't look bad.
We're not touching on Simpson, are we?
No.
So the difference between Simpson and Mendoza for me is that Simpson is just getting these very quick 1-step inside breaking route, like a quick slant or a quick out or a quick in, and it's just 1 step, bang, fire it. And there's a little bit of yak. Sure, that's fine. And he's going to go 21 from 24 for 200 yards. And you're going to look at that and go, fuck, this kid's a gun. But that's a high school playbook that you just give the ball to your fastest guy and you just hope something works.
But that's smart coaching from McVay too.
Okay, but my point is that doesn't mean that he's a very good quarterback. It just means that he's just throwing the ball off 1 step and he's flying blind. I'd rather have Mendoza there that's making
absolutely
NFL throws, and then he's reading coverages and he's passing guys open, or he's reading half the field and he goes, that is my read there based on this coverage. So I think that is a far better skill set to have than having a guy just fling it off one step.
I agree with you in the macro, but the point I'm making is that if McVay knows that Simpson isn't ready for that yet, but he's got to throw him out there because it's the preseason. Like, why wouldn't he implement the scheme that's just going to protect him and give him nice, easy layups just to get his confidence up?
I don't have a problem with that, but the people are saying that they're a comparable quarterback.
People are idiots.
Well, there's no shortage of people being idiots, but I'm just saying, but like, there's levels to this shit, and it doesn't matter if you go 21 for 24 for 200 yards. That does not mean that you're a better quarterback and a better player. And I'm just throwing that out there.
That's why you got to watch the games, not box score.
Yeah, I know. We're talking to the people. We're getting it out there. We're showing
people watch the games. Don't watch box scores.
That's right. Leave the box scores for George.
Box scores only.
I never look at box scores.
You're a fantasy nuffy. That's all you fucking live for.
Oh, you know what? I asked you guys to tone it down 1 before. I'm now going to ask you to tone it down 2. Okay?
Hey, we're gearing up for the fucking season, all right? We're getting into season form.
If I have to ask you to tone it down to 3, we're going to have a bigger conversation, and we know how jacked I am now.
Right.
All right, Lee Priest.
I will call Sophie down here, and she will sort the both of you out with only her words.
I want to speak to HR.
I'm very frightened.
This is bullshit.
George is HR.
Yeah, well, perfect. George, we need to have a meeting about JA. He's our fucking chain.
I will say this in closing. The future looks bright in Vegas. I'll say that.
I agree.
And the next thing we're going to talk about is
my Browns. Here we go.
Browns QB1.
All right, so the next one we will go to the Cleveland Browns, and they are in a diabolical situation at quarterback. Watson's been awful. Scotty's got his spiel. Right. Before we get into India spiel.
All right.
I got to play out.
I got this locked and loaded.
Adam from Outback to End Zone. If you don't know Outback to End Zone, you were sleeping under a rock. These guys are
Adam.
Not only terrific content creators, I actually they're outstanding. They've done such a good job. I wish I had the balls to do the stuff they do, but they are unbelievable. They're also ripper blokes. We did an interview with them a while ago.
We've seen them in a couple of weeks.
Hopefully
having a couple of beers.
Hopefully having a beer with them because they are outstanding lads. And
I hope they don't have plans for Saturday because they're going to get handcuffed to us wherever we end up.
Yeah, I think one of them's. They're all shorter than me, obviously. The one's going to be my backpack. They're not going to know about it. They're going to be on me.
Are they aware what they've signed up for? Just quietly.
You know what?
No is the answer.
Sometimes the fear of what's coming is way worse than what's coming. Not in this case, though. You should fear a lot more than what's coming. But Adam, as I said, he's the only Cleveland Brown fan I know.
That's for the fan.
I asked him, I said, Adam, can you send me a voice clip on your thoughts on Watson being the starter? We're talking about it on the podcast tomorrow night. You were literally the only Browns fan I know.
Love it.
And this
what about Ole?
Shout out, Ole.
You know what? I'm just going to avoid it. Adam.
Gents, hope yous are going well. My thoughts on my Cleveland Browns starting Deshaun Watson. It honestly is one of the darkest days as a Browns fan ever. I thought it couldn't get worse after we traded Myles Garrett, but it has. The fact that nobody in the whole entire fan base likes the guy, the fact that he has stolen $250 million off the franchise, the fact that he's coming off an Achilles injury, 2 Achilles injuries, the fact that he got booed at the last practice match and then shooked about it in the press conference, saying that it was personal. Well, brother, how about you don't just steal money from the franchise? How about you show something? And a little bit of remorse about what you've done too wouldn't go astray. He is a dirtbag. I actually come into this offseason with a little bit of, I guess, optimism. We had another really good draft, I think. I really like KC. I really think Denzel Boston's going to be a stud. Emmanuel McNeil Warren. I even like the Taylor Green pick at the end of the 6th round. But since that draft, where I was on the highest of highs, I've been shot down time and time and time again. And I don't know if I can do it anymore.
That's real pain.
I can sense the desperation.
Yeah.
The exacerbation in his voice.
I actually didn't listen to that on purpose. I wanted to listen to it for the first time on the show.
Shout out to you, Adam. Thank you.
Adam, when I see you in 2 Fridays, I'm just going to give you a big hug, man. Tell you everything's going to be all right.
You get a free pass. Pick a new team.
Just give him a kiss on the top of the head. Just tell him it's going to be okay, man.
All right, Scotty.
I have a snapshot of the Cleveland Browns quarterback downfall. So, dating back to the owners' meeting in 2025, the owner, I can't remember his name. The owner basically came out and said, he basically came out with his press conference and said, Watson was a big swing and a miss, and we regret basically doing that while Watson was recovering from his second Achilles injury that happened 3 months before.
And it happened not at the football facility.
No, it happened in January.
Conspicuously.
When the Browns were knocked out. So that's the setup for this. Obviously, then they draft Gabriel in the 3rd round and then Shedeur in the 5th round, and they have an absolute circus between those two and Flacco, who is by far the best quarterback that they trade to the Cleveland Browns. They cleave to the Bengals.
In division.
Which is just retarded. But anyway, so we'll go forward a year. So the owners meeting 2026. Deshaun Watson has a great chance to start. He's a fresh start with an offensive-minded coach who has been able to work with all kinds of quarterbacks in the past and make them all successful. So Deshaun has a great chance to start, and we'll do that now. He'll be here April 7th, which will be the start of basically where the contract kicks in for trades and all that sort of stuff. So then we go to training camp this year. So we get a lot of conflicting reports out of everything coming out of Cleveland for the quarterback job. So we get a lot of Deshaun Watson looking terrible, a lot of Shedeur looking terrible. In essence, they're both looking below average as quarterbacks and actively trying to lose the starting role. Preseason game 1. So Deshaun starts with the starters against backups, goes 11 out of 15 for 126 yards. Looks okay. Nothing fantastic, but at least he looks somewhat competent. Sanders comes in. I think he had a better receiving core, but he goes 6 for 11 for 79 yards and a pretty dreadful pick across the middle of the field.
It just slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, I don't believe that it just slipped out of his hand. You just don't accidentally slip a ball out of the hand fucking 40 yards downfield. But anyway, that's why he doesn't throw the ball 40 yards downfield. So post-game, Watson said, I feel like I get more love on road games than I do at home games. And if this is my spot, Tom Run can give me the starting job, then maybe it's just going to be a 17-game away season for me. I don't really know. And then he just basically, like Adam said, there was no remorse for what he's done. Game 2. So Shedeur Sanders is the captain for the game. Forgets that he's the captain. Goes out and doesn't go out to the field. So the team's scrambling before the game to get a captain out in the field for the coin toss. So that's, he's too busy telling the time on his fucking Rolex or something. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he knows how to learn, if he's learned to read a clock, but whatever. So Watson goes out there. He's 5 from 12 for 36 yards and a pick. Dreadful. Shedeur Sanders goes 9 for 11, throwing at the line of scrimmage for 74 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. This week, Watson is named the starter. And then he says, moving forward, I just want to focus on football, making sure that I'm putting my best product out there, having the best ability. I thrive off the energy. I thrive off the energy of the fans. I thrive off the energy of the community. I thrive off all of this and all that sort of stuff. I think that looking back at my history at Clemson and previously at the Houston Texans organizations, I was a big community guy, big city guy, big fan during those games.
And you've almost buried the lead where they booed him.
I have. So I didn't want to put his quote in saying that he wasn't remorseful for what he had done, but he was basically clapped back at the crowd for booing him.
Personal.
And he said it was personal, and they said that this is the same fan base that cheered me for tearing my Achilles for this team. That only happens if you're a fucking dog shit quarterback.
Correct, because we've seen. Unfortunately, in the NFL, we've seen plenty of pieces of shit.
Tyreek Hill has a very checkered history that we don't have to go into every individual thing. I'll tell you what, if he's gone for 13 catches and 180 yards in Miami, you're a chance of winning. People are cheering for him.
Yeah, no one.
He's
cares.
beaten. What did he do? He put all the guns on the bed and said, "Which
No,
one?"
that's Greg Hardy.
Oh,
Greg
that was
Hardy
Greg
put all
Hardy.
the guns on the bed.
He had also he had a whole fan base cheering for him when he got a sack.
Correct. Deshaun Watson, not Deshaun Watson, Tyreek Hill locked his pregnant girlfriend in the bathroom and said he'd kill her if she came out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
He was kicked off a college team, broke his own kid's arm, or his wife did it and he hit it. One of them. Either's bad. But
Well, my point is, I don't want to compare what is worse than the other, but like if you're a pretty shit dude and you're a good football player, you get a fucking hall pass in the NFL.
people forget very quickly.
So
Absolutely,
if you're a dog shit quarterback, it is personal because you can't make a fucking throw. And circling back, the Browns have fumbled this quarterback position 5 years ago. I was going to look up as well. They've re-signed Deshaun Watson to kick the money down the road again.
Mm-hmm.
So I think their dead cap hit is 128 million as it currently stands right now.
But no, they can't do anything. They've handcuffed themselves. But I said this when they let Baker go after he'd taken them to the playoffs and won a playoff game and then had a bad season because he was injured. His throwing shoulder was fucked.
And they threw him to the Wolves.
Yep. And they threw him to the Wolves and he kept playing because he's that sort of guy. And he's like, nope, it's my team. I'm going to keep competing, keep doing the right thing. Then they threw him to the Wolves, cut him, sent him to Carolina, whatever it was. Can't remember if they cut him or trade him. They threw him aside like a cheap rag. And
Did they trade him to the Panthers?
The Panthers, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they just cut him and then the Panthers claimed him. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Either way, they threw him away like he was nothing. They then traded for Deshaun Watson in the midst of all these sexual allegations, which, yeah, it got settled outside of criminal. You don't get 24 allegations against you if there's no fact behind it. Simple as that. Maybe one or two. Maybe one.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, maybe he's hard done by here. 24 is a lot. And he's clearly not a good person. His teammates don't like him. They sold their soul for the devil, and they're reaping what they sowed now.
In fairness, at that time of the allegations, he was dragging a pretty bad Texans team to the playoffs, and he was in the conversation for a top 5 quarterback.
This is player beside. He was outstanding at the Texans.
At that time.
Yes.
Now, mentally, I don't know what's happened, but he's obviously either lost the love for the game and he doesn't want to get better. The interesting thing that come out is that Monken has come out and said that we want to use his mobility. We feel like that's his strength. He turns around and rebuts that straight away in the media and goes, no, that's not the quarterback I am now.
Yeah.
It's all a shit show.
This is an absolute shit show.
This is just the epitome of the Cleveland Browns.
But why would the Browns kick that money down the road when we're seeing two teams just steer into a fucking rebuild? And you eat the dead cap for 2 years. You draft a quarterback. There's a quarterback draft coming up. Throw Shedeur or Gabriel out to the Wolves this year, and then you get the fucking first pick next year. You've got an additional first round pick next year, I believe, as well.
Yep.
And you from the Rams, and you're a top 5 pick with a quarterback heavy draft.
That's 100%
and then you just
what they should be doing.
reset. But now they've kicked this.
Or best case scenario, Shedeur's good, and then you don't have to do it. Like it's very unlikely.
Best case scenario, sure. But
That's the best case scenario.
Yeah, we were talking about Lamborghinis before. It's never going to happen. But like it is, I cannot remember a franchise in professional sports fumbling this badly and somehow making it worse and worse and worse every step.
It's diabolical. And this is the problem.
They could have just kept Flacco. They traded him for fucking nothing. And then if you just go, Shedeur, shit, we're paying Deshaun Watson. We're just going to have to eat that cap until it's a palatable fucking
cuttable money.
A dead cap space. Have Flacco out there for a year or two just slinging the pigskin around.
Well, the rumor is that Flacco didn't want to be there.
Well, that's probably fair enough.
As soon as Flacco got the option to be like, and he was a free agent, so he
got traded in season.
But then he's a free agent. He's been, I think he's at the Jets now, I believe, is the backup.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember.
Either way, he was a free agent this year, so they were like, well, let's just deal him now. From all reports, he was happy to be out of there.
I think he went back to the Browns.
No, I'm certain it's.
So if you go back, like
it's either Cleveland or it's either Cincinnati or the Jets. I just can't remember.
The trade, and they gave away a bit to get him as
3
well.
first round picks.
Right. So the trade was dumb.
Back at the Bengals for a 1 year deal.
Bengals, yeah.
That's what I said.
No, you said Browns.
You said Browns.
Oh, sorry. I meant
trade was dumb.
At the Bengals, yeah.
So again, it's just shit owners make shit teams. Like the trade was dumb
Haslam,
in and of itself in the middle of all the allegations. You said it beautifully. Like 1, maybe 2, you can kind of go, oh, hang on a minute. Is it a bit of a he said, she said? 2 dozen, bro, with this smoke, this fire.
It's happened.
Right, it's happened. Something bad.
It's as concrete as Diazana Rossini and Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
At this point.
And their kid.
Yeah. And then they give him
Wow.
a fully guaranteed
And then,
contract.
so the trade was done. They gave away the farm.
Now the
fully
NFL are,
guaranteed.
because then all the other quarterbacks were like, well, we want fully guaranteed.
Lamar was the next one to get a contract after him.
And the NFL had to step in and go, no more fully guaranteed contracts.
Well,
what are you idiots doing?
I don't think it was the NFL. I think
the
it was
owners.
the owners have said, they've all come together and said, hey, you sort your shit out, Haslam. We are not doing this.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, well, if Watson's getting fully guaranteed, I'm getting fully
Yeah,
guaranteed.
and then it fucks every team.
Season.
So they're like,
If there's any position to do it, it's quarterback, but it should never happen.
In fairness,
the NFL doesn't have fully guaranteed contracts. So
in fairness, if it's a 3-year deal and it's fully guaranteed, that is something completely different than a 5-year deal at $250 million.
Most of the big quarterback contracts are 5 years, and the first 3 years are guaranteed.
Yeah, that's right.
That's most of the big contracts work like that. It's like you got 5 years, 3 years are guaranteed. Hey, after your third year, now it's time to perform. And if you're still performing really well, then
we'll just extend you.
Then we'll extend you.
Yeah, we'll give you some guarantees, and then we'll add an extra.
We'll roll it up. We'll add it 2 years, and then your next 3 years are guaranteed again.
2 years.
That's how it works. You can hate the NFL contract system as much as you want. That's how it operates. And if everyone goes, oh, if they just went to fully guaranteed like other sports, then the contracts would only be 3 years max. No one would ever sign a longer contract than
1 year deals.
Like it'd only be the very, very best guys and quarterbacks that got more than 3 years guaranteed.
Yeah, agreed.
That'd be it.
The lifespan of a player is just not that long compared to baseball and basketball, where they get those guaranteed contracts. It's just a different. You're comparing oranges to apples. So
the NFL changes too rapidly.
Yeah.
And I just
schematically,
going back to Watson for a sec. I just truly think that, because you're trying to sort of nail down what you think the issue is. Like, I think the injuries have played a role in his ability to play. Because if you remember at Houston that year that he took him to the playoffs, he was electric that year because he was doing the old Russell Wilson, the early Jalen Hurts thing, where like if that first read wasn't open, I'm going to pull it and just run. And he was doing that a lot, right, that year. And that's what I mean. Great dual threat quarterback, fantastic. Clearly, the injuries have played a role. He's nowhere near as explosive with his feet.
Before the injuries, he was the worst rated quarterback. Before the Achilles,
he was
dreadful.
Cool, fine.
I think a lot of it's mental.
It is. I agree.
I'm telling you, all of it's between the ears. I just don't think he cares anymore.
Because we've spoken about this. Whether he's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. He's definitely wrong. But regardless of the situation, it still has an impact on a human. He's reaping what he sowed. I couldn't agree more. He's getting exactly what he deserves.
Having 70,000 people boo him every time he misses a pass is probably a little bit too harsh.
Is it?
Oh, for 8, 10, 12 weeks in a row. Yeah, that's gone.
But do you know what though? If
what else is pretty harsh? Sexually assaulting 2 dozen women. That's pretty fucking harsh.
Well, are we turning the corner on you?
There it is. No, we're definitely not turning the corner. He's always been standing on that corner. Yeah. The good corner, not the bad corner. I want to preface the good corner. We all stand on the good corner here.
Like, yeah, that's pretty fucking harsh too. Like, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna boo the fuck out of you, bro.
And you know what? If he starts the first 3 games and plays lights out, they'll forget so quickly. Because fans are fickle as fuck. And this is the problem. He's not very good.
He's not very good. He's on a lot of money. And
he's mentally fucked. You can tell. Yeah,
I agree.
He changes his tone every time he talks. He doesn't know what's up and what's down because the bottom line is all he has to do is perform, and he can't.
And I want to address the bigger elephant in the room. How bad is Shedeur that he can't fucking get this job?
Well, that's a bigger conversation, and we can definitely have it. I said that like we don't have to have it, but we
do you think it's a PR thing that because they can't go from Shedeur to Deshaun Watson, and then if Deshaun Watson is the 20th ranked quarterback and he's like a savior like that?
I think that's what Monken's doing. Monken's been around the league for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I fully disagree with hiring him as the head coach. I can't stand on it more than what I can.
I think he's a good head coach. I think that's not the role, the team, the city, the situation for him.
I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm saying him and the Browns, that it's just not a good match. It's not a good match at all.
Yeah, agree.
Not many coaches are, to be fair.
Yeah.
They are purely going, we start Deshaun. If he's good, great, everyone forgets. If he sucks, Shedeur's the savior, and then he's got a better chance of succeeding.
Or if Shedeur sucks, and then you just go, well, what else are we meant to do?
Yeah, well, and if Shaw sucks, it's like, well, then we'll throw in Gabriel, and if he's good, then like that's their contingency.
Like even the fact that there was a discussion or a back and forth about this is even in the media or amongst anyone is crazy. Like the guys, you're always going to put the guy that's on more money up first.
Correct.
You're always going to do that.
Yeah,
because you got no other fallback.
No, that's right.
Like you got it. You're giving him $50 million. Like he's fit to play. Put him out there.
That's the Shedeur Sanders. It's just he's so polarizing that people either love him for whatever reason, or people
you don't like him. The Cleveland crowd, the Cleveland fans like Shedeur.
Do they like him because they hate Deshaun?
Yeah,
for whatever.
Yeah.
The point is they like him.
I just don't think that he's an NFL caliber quarterback.
That's not. You might be correct, but that's irrelevant to what I'm saying. That the crowd wants Shedeur.
Okay, but they're fucking Ohio idiots. Whatever.
Good news is
they're going to get him.
They're going to get him pretty quickly too.
Yeah.
I think.
But the rest of the NFL doesn't like Shedeur, so there's something there.
No, I just think he's been a lot quieter this offseason, which is good.
He needed to be. In fantasy, and he's done the right thing.
From all reports, the team likes him a lot.
The players like him. The players like him. The fans
in
like
fairness to him.
And like the other contradicting report is that like Deshaun Watson has a play group behind him as well.
No, I haven't heard that at all.
I've heard the complete opposite.
No, like what did Jury say during one of his live streams?
Judy,
Judy, like someone in his live stream is on
Judy's Denzel Boston or CC Concepcion.
KC
Concepcion being good from being cut. That's how close Judy is.
No, he's still an NFL.
I think he's an NFL player, but if Boston and Concepcion are good, it's like, hey, Judy.
But he's a veteran in the room, though, is what I mean. And then if someone says, who's your quarterback? And he goes, 4. Oh, hang on, I can't say. Like, then he backchats straight away because the backlash for him even making that comment in public just gets him in the firing line.
Hey, there should be, you know what? Fuck this. There should be fucking backlash. Deshaun Watson's a piece of shit. He sucks. Just fucking cut him and send him to the Wolves. Fucking put him in jail.
If they cut him today, would any team sign him?
No, he's out of the NFL.
I think the Browns are his only chance in the NFL.
Yes.
Yeah.
I looked it up. Apparently, it's 40 mil cap hit this year for Deshaun. And I think if they were to cut him at the end of this year, the cap hit, the dead cap next year is like $88 million or something.
And it goes on for 2 years.
So it's 120 basically for this year and for next year would be 120 million.
But they shouldn't have. He was cuttable this year without re-signing him.
No, I don't think they re-signed him. I don't think they did. I could be wrong. I can't remember it.
I looked it up. It's 120, basically 120 million.
I think the one thing I like about this controversy, if you want to call it, him being the starter, it hasn't been as much about, and this is what probably tells you a lot about what the team and the fans think about Shedeur. It hasn't been as much Shedeur should be the starter. It's been more Watson shouldn't.
Correct, because he's not.
There's not people going, why isn't Shedeur starting? And well, they obviously can't claim racism, but there hasn't been the usual. There hasn't been the usual stuff, the usual crap about it.
Yeah.
It's not Shedeur's good. Shedeur's the guy.
Like, vitriol.
He's a star. Why are they stifling him and putting him on the bench? Because Watson's shit, but I don't think Shedeur's much better. I think everyone knows that.
I think Shedeur's better than Watson. He definitely is better than him. I think so.
They're different. They're both bad.
And I think,
you know what you got better chance with?
Shedeur's at least got some upside.
You've got to find something. Got to find some sort of hope this season.
Or you don't, and you draft a quarterback next year, and that's it.
Correct. All right.
And then you'd have 4 quarterbacks in your list next year.
No, Gabriel should be cut. He's not an NFL.
There's a fair chance Gabriel doesn't make this roster.
Yeah, nor should he.
Because Huntley played decent as well.
Yeah, well, they've brought Huntley in.
Yeah, there's a fair chance Gabriel's not.
He's a Pro Bowler. Why don't you just start Huntley and just fucking...
Shedeur's a Pro Bowler too, mate. There's Pro Bowlers everywhere.
Very true. Yeah, they're a strong roster. I forgot. Yeah.
All right.
Your man.
My man. Big Joey Milton.
He had a good game.
I'm going to preface it. He's never taking Dak's spot. People who think, they're holding on to Milton because when Prescott falls apart this year, they're going to go to him. First of all, you're delusional and you just hate Dak. It's fine. Just admit it. It's all good.
Sure.
I don't hate him, but I don't think I have seen a purer thrower of the ball. Like
He's got a cannon.
Even when it quacks hard. Like he has got a rifle. He's huge. He's athletic. He's got all the tangible skills to be a great quarterback. My question is, he's performed very well in the 2 preseason games for the Cowboys. Looks every bit the part of being an NFL quarterback. What team is coming for him?
I don't think any team will because of the quarterback draft coming up.
Potentially. I also don't think the Cowboys will trade.
Could be like a Malik Willis situation where a team like trades him and puts him on a friendlier deal.
Yeah.
A friendlier short-term deal. That's definitely an option.
Does he start at the Jets?
Over Geno.
Probably.
I think Geno's a good tank commander, to be honest. I think Geno is very capable of keeping games excited, having a few good throws, a few good okay runs, and then you lose by 10 points.
That's why I think if Milton goes anywhere, it won't happen before the season. It will be a team that has a bridge quarterback that's dreadful and no other option that's like, let's go and get Milton now, playing for the next 12 games and see what we've got and see if he's the guy.
Yeah.
It'll be that sort of a team. But like, could he? If I was Atlanta, I'd have him over those two guys.
Oh, God.
They got
Are we talking about them tonight?
We'll talk about them later.
No.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think he's performed well enough that there would be a lot of teams making some phone calls.
Obviously, different players, but like I said, I liken him a lot to that Malik Willis, where he's like, he's good enough to be a starter, but obviously at Green Bay, he wasn't taking Love's job, so he had to go somewhere else to get his opportunity. And I think Milton's very much in that same category.
You've also got to remember the Cowboys, Prescott's been injured at times. I hope it doesn't happen this year. I really do hope. But they will not give him up for a 7th round pick.
No.
They'll be like, no, we'll just sit him on we don't need your 7th round pick. We'll sit him on our roster because if something happens to Dak and then he comes in and stars, then we've got a bigger conversation at the end of the season because he's contracted next year as well for the Cowboys. So
Cowboys will say like, yeah, you want Milton to be your bridge starter, let's say for the next 2 or 3 years, like what Willis is on. We want a 2nd round pick.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to say.
Absolutely, it's very interesting though.
I'd like to see more. I don't know if he's at that level.
We're probably not going to see more.
No, I don't know if he's at that level yet. But like you said, all the tangibles are there, and those tangibles always look very good against 3rd and 4th string defenses.
Correct.
That's true
fair.
as well.
So, I'd like to see more when the chips are on the table and he's playing for wins.
I'd like to see more, but I hope we don't see any of it this year.
That's kind of like, it's kind of a little bit of a catch-22. It's like I was saying with Willis, like, yeah, you want to see more. You can see the flashes. You can see that he can do stuff, but he just hasn't got enough opportunity.
Well, when Willis had his opportunity, though, he looks very good.
Agreed.
Yeah. So we saw it when the bullets were flying,
and that's why he got his big contract.
Yeah,
well,
big contract.
Yeah,
it's a good contract,
medium-sized contract, which is good for him.
For a guy who started 6 games in the NFL, it's a great contract.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Milton's been very exciting.
I mean, Brisket had to hold out just for 15 mil, so it's not that bad.
Literally had to hold out. That's right.
True. You know what? The Cleveland Browns of the NFC caved.
It's not silly what you're saying. By mid-year, there's teams sniffing around making calls. It's not silly.
I'm telling you, trade deadline, it wouldn't shock me, but I actually don't think the Cowboys.
I think
for a 2nd round pick, that obviously.
I think a lot of teams. I think every team that's a real team doesn't just need to hand in their fucking ownership, their license, value the backup quarterback position, and know that we need to have a guy that can win us 2 out of 4
a veteran
games.
Guy, yeah, because Milton could easily lose you a game as quickly as he wins you one. Again, if he's in a proper game.
Well, that's true. Yeah. That's why San Fran didn't. They weren't even taking calls for Watson.
No, for Mac Jones.
Yeah, so like, no, we're not even taking calls. Like, don't bother ringing us.
No,
the good franchises value their backups incredibly high.
Yeah.
Be interesting. And the Cowboys have had to play a lot of backups in the past. Like Cooper Rush got a contract because of it.
Still in the league.
Still in the NFL. Yeah.
I mean, like the veteran guys, they last if they're good backups. So,
yeah.
Shout out to Milton.
Speaking of the Niners,
hey, I want to give a shout out to this young guy, Deshaun Stribbling.
Looked really good.
Mate, he's huge.
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually was. My gas were flabbered watching him. I was very impressed by him. He looked like young Mike Evans out there.
He looked good.
Niners might have found a guy there, and they need to because the power station hasn't got to him yet. He's too young for the power station.
It's literally eating everyone else on the roster. So
and they took a lot of heat for this pick as well.
They did.
Took a lot of heat.
It was their first pick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they traded. They traded out of the first round to the early 2nd and picked him up in the 2nd.
Like, so this was like pick 34 or 35 or something.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if I know one thing, he's with their receivers, he's going to have a lot of play time this year. He's going to play a lot of games.
Yeah.
And like if he's a better version of Juwan Jennings from last year, it's a very good spot for him to land.
If he plays to that level, that's good enough.
Yeah, Juwan is a very good player in fairness.
He's very good.
That level. That's more than good enough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think for this year alone, I don't think the target's going to be there with Evans and Kittle, Debo, and then McCaffrey.
Kittle activated too.
Yeah,
like McCaffrey gets 100 receptions a year as well.
He's a star.
So I think it's a good pick. He's shown a lot. I think it would be a good pick in a year or two's time. I think what we're seeing in the preseason, he's not going to get the target share when all the studs are back. But it seems like he's the perfect Shanahan guy, and they probably copped a little bit too much flack for like what everyone was saying was a reach. And he was like the 60th ranked player or something, and they got him in the 30s.
That's what I'm saying. Like, exactly. Just to piggyback off that, like everyone was saying, it's a reach, a shit pick, this, that, the other. Kyle's like, no, he's my guy. That's who I want. I want that guy.
I respect coaches that do that. Doesn't always work out, mind you, but I respect
more often than not, it doesn't work.
Yes, correct.
But
remember when the Patriots took
board.
Strange? Who was the O lineman they took? Was it Strange or something? In the first round, everyone's like, who?
Cole Strange.
No, Cole Strange is a tight end. It's another. He's not even on the Patriots anymore.
I think he got delisted after the first year.
Yeah.
I mean, the Patriots have had troublesome.
It was Bill Belichick's Achilles heel.
Drafting receivers as well.
I get what you're saying though, but like if you're John Lynch and Shanahan comes to you and says, no, that guy is my guy, like you're just picking that guy.
Well, in fairness, they haven't drafted well either, so it's very easy if you go to the consensus board and you go, this guy's 65 and they've got him 34. With their draft history, they've been pretty bad the last couple of years.
They actually have been pretty bad. So it's actually weird, like how good they've been for how.
That's because they're such an old roster and they've got very good veterans. They're so top heavy because they haven't drafted well.
Yeah,
but it's very easy to jump on that and just go, this is another bad pick because they fucking keep drafting all these third round running backs that don't do anything and all this other stuff. But every now and then you're going to you throw a dart on the wall, it's going to hit. So they've hit. Let's just put a pin in it. See how calm the hype this year because I don't think we're going to see a great deal.
I think he'll be Mike Evans' backup. And he'll play some games this year in that role.
Yeah,
and a great guy to learn from, Mike Evans.
They fucking drop like flies up there anyway.
Yeah, if you're a big athletic receiver, there's almost in the last 10 years, there's almost no better guy to watch and learn from.
I think he'll have a big year next year.
Yeah, it's fair. All right, let's get to our boy Nick Chubb, who retires. It sucks because my thoughts on Nick Chubb were that in his prime, he was one of the best running backs I've ever watched.
Agreed.
And the injuries, and when we say it's not even injuries, the injury was one of the most horrific things you'll ever see.
Well, he did it twice.
Yeah.
So he did it in Georgia.
The second one was horrendous.
Was it the same leg?
I think it was the same leg.
And like
the one against the Steelers.
They actually warned people on the telecast to be like, maybe don't watch this.
Yeah.
We have to show it, but maybe don't watch it. It was horrendous. The fact that he was able to come back and play after that is still a mystery to me.
And he still looked good for portions when he came back when he was at the Browns. And obviously, age and injury got the better of him and he didn't.
And he was solid at the Texans last year. Like no one expected him to do anything at the Texans last year and ended up being a solid role player for them. He was nothing special, but he didn't look like he was out of place. But I think and what he has said, and I'm paraphrasing here, is that he can't perform at the level that he wants to, and it's time.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
I gotta respect it.
He won't be a Hall of Famer in 15 years. A lot of people won't even remember his name, but I can remember watching him and just thoroughly enjoying the way he went about it. I think it was
the season before the injury. He was good, man.
He ran for 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns one season.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of guys that do that.
And it was just the combination of just strength and speed, pure strength.
And so intelligent.
Yeah.
Just almost never read a lane wrong.
Yeah.
If there was a lane, he found it.
Yep.
Almost every single time. A terrific career for him.
Stand-up guy as well, from all reports.
Unbelievable guy.
10 out of 10 bloke.
Yeah.
Just an absolute ripper. I can't miss blue chip kind of guy. It's such a shame.
He's not going to massage parlors, so
nope.
No.
Or if he did, he's fucking hitting it a lot better than what other people.
He ain't Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
He certainly ain't Jed Yorking it out there, as they say in the big leagues now.
Shout out Jed York.
Shout out poor Jed York.
Throwing it all away for $125 is fucking diabolical.
Quickly, we didn't have it. Can we just, I forgot to put this on. Can we discuss Jed York?
Of course we can.
Do you know what my biggest problem with all this is?
He can get
He's a fucking billionaire.
That's what I was about to say.
Get a nice hotel and get a nice private expensive escort if that's what you need to do.
You pay for the
like what are we doing? $120?
I'm gonna tell you two things that I know for sure. One, just because you're like
I'm incredibly nervous.
You should be. Being a tight ass is in your blood. It's in your genes. No amount of money that you have, like Tiger Woods was worth $1 billion. Notorious tight ass. Michael Jordan, squillionaire.
LeBron too, apparently.
Notorious tight ass. Like it's in
LeBron
you.
would be like,
no
we'll
matter
split the
how
bill.
much money you earn or make or achieve, you will always be a tight ass.
I just think that
So for him being a billionaire and paying $120 for a hooker,
It's a deal.
like
He's hunting the good deals.
he's trying to sniff out that deal. Number one. Number two, this is the bad one.
I've got a real. Can I add on to the bad one?
Yeah, you can. Sometimes you don't want the classy one.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say there's some things you can do to a $125 hooker that you can't do it to a $10,000 hooker, and you need to know your market.
You just want them skanky ones where you can spit in their mouth, bro. Like that's what it is. Hey, and you know what? I respect it.
I'm gonna lie. No, I'm not gonna lie. I sincerely regret bringing up Jed York now.
Thank you.
I knew what I was doing. I walked into it.
Then my plan has worked.
I didn't have teleprompter Tom in my ear going, what are you doing? You're out of control. We left it off the board, off the rundown for a reason. But seriously, his team's coming to Melbourne in 2 weeks. What the fuck's he doing?
I'll tell you what the hookers are doing.
Trying to get some
lubing up.
bro. Trying to get some strange, bro. What do you think he's trying to do? Like running.
Fitzroy Streaks and Kilda just
he's
up their rates.
He's a single bloke. He's out on the town. He's on the prowl.
They've gone from $30 to $125.
Oh my god! Honestly, you're an NFL GM, man. Just zip it up. It's diabolical. Like, if anything that could go wrong for the 49ers offseason, you had CMC, the injuries, the power station cutting down players every time they take a step onto the field. You've got Shanahan running people off the road trying to kill them.
Yeah. Having a fucking 8-week concussion.
And in fairness to him, he owned it and was like, my fault, fucked up. I feel terrible.
He said he was looking at his phone.
He was. Yeah, everyone does this relatable thing.
He completely owned it, which I respect to the shit.
Like he didn't fucking
and then you've got the owner arrested and charged with illegal prostitution.
No. Do you know what he got charged for? Having sex paraphernalia?
Sex paraphernalia.
Yeah. In his car.
What a guy.
So
which comes back to your second point.
That's right.
He knew what he was
Can't do that. Can't do them with the classy ones. $5,000.
No, that's right.
Can't do that, bro.
No, he knew what he was getting himself into.
I regret. Tom, I'm sorry, Tom.
I just hope that he was wrapping it up.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Surely. He's not that dumb, surely.
Well, you say he's not that dumb, but I mean, he got caught.
Or with sex.
What a guy.
Oh, shout out to Jed.
What do you reckon he had?
Hang on, I've got it.
A mask or what do you reckon?
All right, I reckon there was a
strap-ons and stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck Station 3000.
I'm going to show you how naive I am. Was the meme getting around with the Bugatti in the trash house was just a joke, wasn't it? That wasn't him.
No.
Okay, good.
That was him at the hooker's house. That's what I mean. A Bugatti. Yeah, that's what
So that was just a meme that the old photo that someone's okay. Because I just thought, bro, park it around the back. Just keep driving around to the back of the house.
You were prefacing that with forgive my naiveness because that's outstanding. You thought that was him at the hooker's house.
I just saw
that's where he got arrested.
I love it.
I just scrolled and saw it. I'm like, I hope that's not real.
Fuck her off the rails.
Just park her in the back.
You know what?
No one's asking questions.
There's no one to blame in the situation but me. I knew what I was doing,
your fault.
and I didn't walk into it. I jumped head first out the window into it.
And then you tried to jump back in.
I was like, I've done this to myself.
You've unleashed the dragon.
When we had points, we're like, hang on a second.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd be this prepped.
All right, let's move on.
All right, let's move on to the Bengals offensive line. That's my biggest takeaway for the preseason.
I have an interesting thing, and before you lead into this, so I, when I was putting my notes in for the Cleveland Browns, I deleted all my old notes, and one of the preseason notes from last year was the the Cincinnati Browns O-line, Cincinnati Bengals O-line is looking dreadful. So here we are again, 12 months later with the exact same fucking talking point.
Yeah, and then Jamar Chase, scary looking injury.
It always looked like a
hyper. Yeah, the fact that he didn't. I think if he'd done his knee, he's not jogging off. He's panicking.
Well, those ones that's worst case like an LCL, which is potentially season, or a hyperextension. If it's a real bad hyperextension, it could be 6 to 8 weeks. So I don't know what's come out with how bad it is of an injury.
He said it was nothing.
It's just a hyperextension.
Schefter reported. He said
he could have kept training. He said, but
practicing,
they said
fine.
no, you're done for the day.
But with those things as well, when you do a hyperextension and you're warm and limber and it feels pretty good, is when you cool down, that's when you know the damage.
A day later and it's out to here.
Yeah,
I've seen guys tear their ACL, run straight and think, "Oh, I'm fine,"
and then you go
Pull me
change
back
direction.
on, go back on as soon as and they just collapse. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's
So
bad."
So there's more to come. Obviously,
I hope not. I hope he's fine.
No, I think he's fine. Schefter
Because
reported he's fine. He's fine.
My heart sank when I saw that.
Yeah, it's fair, true.
Because
for my Opoi pick.
Just because I like him, he's just a fucking
well,
good
you just
player.
want to see the best players play.
Correct, and I'm glad it's been reported as an hyperextension. He didn't go to. He went to the ground. He got back up. He like limped off. If you've done your knee badly, most of them don't get back up. They just sit there and go.
I've seen Kobe do his knee and come back and hit 2 free throws and then walk to the.
Yeah, but Kobe's a legend.
Kobe a dog.
No, I'm just saying.
There's now rumors that when David slung that rock at Goliath, he yelled Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe.
I didn't know where you were going, but
I'm glad he went there.
But Bengals O-line.
so back to point 2 with $125.
No, we're done with Jed York. Bengals O-line. Joe Burrow got sacked on the second play of the first preseason game with his starting O-line and
against second stringers.
I can't remember who the team was. It was second stringers.
The Colts, I think.
It might have been the Colts. Yeah. It's just a let's wait and see at this point, but it's not a good look at this point.
Oh,
old Bengals.
If I'm a Bengals fan, I am just up in arms with the last 3 to 4 years of what's happened.
You gotta everything that happens in the preseason, whether it's good or whether it's bad, you've got to take all of it with a giant grain of salt.
Apart from your $55 million quarterback getting drilled during his drop step.
Yeah, look, they're all going to get drilled at some point during the season, mate. But
yeah,
get it out of the way early.
You're 100% right, and you want it to be in January, not in fucking August.
Ideally, you don't want it at all. If you're picking and choosing, but that's not how football works, man.
Let's see how it plays out. That was just my takeaway from Cincinnati. It hasn't looked good so far. Second preseason game was better though, in fairness to him. Let's go to another quarterback controversy. We've got Michael Penix cleared for practice. Tua has
it's only 7-on-7, I think.
11-11, yeah. No contact.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So line just stands.
They're doing Scully, which is just shells.
Yeah.
So
but he's back practicing in full motion other than contact, which is the first step.
Yeah.
And Tua's been dreadful.
What a fall from grace. Dead set. Like, he's playing himself out of the league.
How did Tua throw for 5,000 yards? Because you watched him in that first and second preseason game. And you would, if you didn't know anything, you would think he's one of the worst players in the NFL.
Yeah. You'd be like, did this guy throw for 5,000 yards? Yes or no? You could get laughed out of the room. Like, no, are you serious?
I actually don't know what to say.
What do they do?
Just dreadful. What
do they do? Because my thoughts are, as soon as Penix is ready, you start him.
Well, they've obviously got concerns for Penix. Otherwise, they wouldn't have got Tua.
Correct.
So, like, Tua is leading before we saw the first preseason game. He is a starting caliber quarterback.
Yep.
So you wouldn't have got him into the building unless you had concerns, because you would have just got some bridge guy, Minshew,
for free, though,
whatever backup quarterback. That's who you would have gone with. So obviously there's something there that injury concerns. Penix can't throw anything apart from like a deep fade. And
beautiful throwing motion though, Penix.
Fantastic throw.
Beautiful.
Great. I'd love to see more of him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my thoughts. As soon as Penix is cleared to start, you've got to play him for as long as you physically can. Whether that's the whole season or until he gets injured again, you have to play him because you've got to find out what you've got now. Like the cards are on the table. There's no more flirting with it anymore because Tua's not your guy.
I'll tell you who I feel sorry for. Robinson. I wouldn't have signed that contract.
And Drake London.
Well, yeah. A number one receiver can get moved whenever they want.
Yeah, running backs you valued. Yeah, that's fair.
I just would have just gone into free agency just like Barkley did and just gone deuces. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's they've put themselves in a precarious.
I know what you're saying because he would have got that money from someone.
Oh, fucking oath.
For sure.
He's not going to get lowballed from, I was going to say the Jets, but Brees Hall's actually pretty good. Like, he's not going to get lowballed from some shit team going, oh, your value is only $8 million a year and this is the only contract you're going to get.
The difference with elite running backs is if they manage to hit free agency, good teams want them.
That's right. That's what. That's my point. Thank you.
Good teams are like, what's the cherry on top to get us over the line? Like the Eagles did that year. And what did it do? It got them over the line.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to fucking play there for another 4 years, never play a playoff game, and he's going to be trash and trying to be backed by committee by a borderline playoff team. Like,
yeah, they screwed the pooch drafting Penix. I thought it was they screwed the pooch signing Cousins, then drafting Penix. Like, it's just, why do they do this to themselves? This franchise.
I can't wait to do an Atlanta deep dive in their dreadful quarterback position next year.
The bottom line is, at least they're not paying him. Penix on a rookie contract, who was on a freebie, basically.
Yeah,
that's true.
So at least they're not like the Browns that are in $120 million of dead cap if they cut him.
Yep.
Like, they're not betrothed to these guys. They can just move on. And if they suck this year, again, good quarterback draft. But
No, they will suck. And
yeah,
and for what it's worth, I'm planting this flag early. Like,
they're fucking shit.
I don't think Stefanski's a good coach either. I think he's shit.
Well, Stefanski was the one that got rid of Baker. He didn't like it.
And Stefanski's offense also had statistically the worst quarterbacking we've ever seen, which Deshaun Watson
I
and
just don't think he's
Shedeur.
any good. And everyone's like all the NFL fucking like nuffies in NFL circles have all anointed him as like some fucking gun.
You're 100% right. I think there's merit to that.
What? That they have anointed him?
No, that he may not be all that's. Yeah,
I think he's shit. I don't think he's a good coach. I think his scheme is shit. I don't think there's no easy yards. There's no layups. There's no like stuff to just like, just to keep the chains moving. Like, there's no fluidity to his offense at all. There's no his man management skills are fucking terrible. Like, there's nothing good about it.
I don't think there's any layups in the NFL.
Shut up, idiot.
It's not basketball.
Yeah,
because basketball,
I'm gonna beat the shit out of both of you guys.
Hey, look,
but at least we know what a crab is.
I know you didn't play basketball at a high level ever, so after the show, we'll explain it to you. All right, let's get to the last.
We've always got time for a cheap shot.
That was actually funny. Well done. Play on.
I have my moments. Not many. I shoot a lot.
But yeah, the Falcons,
real volume shooter kind of guy.
I know I am.
But the Falcons, very top-heavy roster, don't have a quarterback. Going to be a long year, I think. I could be wrong.
Any chance these quarterbacks are good?
Penix can be good.
No, I don't.
But I haven't seen enough in the NFL.
He hasn't got the throws, and he hasn't got all the throws required to be a good quarterback in the NFL. And two, like, he's just the guy's brittle as fuck, man.
Yeah,
like he's made of paper mache, dude. Like, you just hit him.
He's 6 pro or college or pro seasons. He's been injured every second year.
Yeah,
I think it works out
more than that. Yeah. It's like 5 season injuries in 6 years, or 7 years, or whatever.
And Tua's brain at this point is pea soup. Like you said,
I don't think Tua's brain's the problem. I like Tua. He's a very likable guy.
I don't think he doesn't have the arm strength.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually do not understand how he threw for 5,000 yards.
I do.
Shout out to Mike McDaniels and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, it was all yak.
But only for me.
It was yak.
Yeah.
Like it's the fact that, and this just makes me even higher on Herbert this year. The fact that he was able to get Tua to 5,000 yards, what the fuck is he going to do with Justin?
Yeah. Oh, he might throw for 8,000.
Like,
I am trade for
so excited.
Did you see just while we're on it, there was a clip that was floating around about 2 weeks ago. It was a preseason clip where they were doing 11 on 11, and he goes to Jim Harbaugh. He goes, You got to be a complete stud to make this throw. I've seen it. Talking about the play that's about to happen, and then Herbert just steps back and just zips it in. Then he's like, "Holy shit, he made the throw!" Like,
I haven't even seen that.
It's unbelievable. Him and Harbaugh and McDaniels are like broing each other up on the side.
I love that.
Like, we got a guy.
I love that both of them are just so weird and out of the box for standard media trained NFL sort of.
Their gravestones will say, loving husband, loving father, football guy.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be.
They're so weird. They're equally weird, but in very different ways.
But when they come
it's a good marriage.
I'm all for just the sarcasm, the dryness, all of that you don't get from other NFL coaches, and they just go off scripts. Like, what's Mike McDaniels dropping? He goes, "Oh yeah, I just don't give a shit how I feel," when he was at Miami, because he was
what was his line? He said like, "Oh, it's a great day because it's one day closer to death."
Yeah, it just says
what the fuck. And he was fired like 3 weeks later.
Yeah, he just does not.
The worst was the season before. he went in the meeting to be fired and convinced the owner to not fire him.
Yeah.
Go on in there like, we're going to fire you. He's like, no,
No, you're not.
Like, do you know who I am? Like, you're right. We're not going to fire you. Have another season.
Personally, I think he's going to have an unbelievable year in LA this year.
Yep.
And he's going to get another head coaching job next year for sure.
Do you think that McDaniels, when he went into that meeting, just showed video clips from the security in the stadium of Tua walking into doors and tripping over fucking thumbs and being like, "This is what I'm dealing with."
Yeah.
He threw for 5,000 yards. Give me another year. They're like, "You're right. We're so sorry."
They snapshots of Tua's house and there's just pillows and like soft walls everywhere. He goes, "This is what I'm working with, guys." There's no sharp edges. There's bubble wrap everywhere.
Yeah, bubble wrap everywhere. He's got his hands wrapped in bubble wrap so he can't hurt himself.
I've got some guy there that has to check the temperature in the shower water. Like,
just to put a button on this, I actually feel bad for Tua because, like, for what
he's very likable.
He's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah, I hope it works out because I think the
Atlanta
since losing that Super Bowl has just been it's just been.
Things like that have
real
a habit,
unraveling.
Yeah.
And we've seen it in other sports, in other codes, like with Essendon and all that, and that kind of thing. That these watershed moments have a way of like scarring your franchise for good.
Yep,
it's a thing. It can happen, and no matter how much talent you get through the door, coaching wise, player wise, like it just like lingers around, like it's in the paint, it's in the carpet.
Their 2 first-round picks last year. We shat on them for trading up for James Pierce Jr. or Walk, whichever one they trade up.
No, they traded up for James Pierce Jr.
And then he ends up, and then he gets 9 sacks, and it's like, he actually might end up being a really good player, and then fucking gets suspended 8 games.
He's gonna be go for half
like,
the season.
You know what I mean? Like,
and then the other one who's a genuine stud,
Walker,
does his knee, and he's
does his knee. Yeah, see you later. May not come back as the same player. Like, knock on.
Is he actually out for the year?
Maybe
ACL.
Walker. ACL, bro.
I thought it. Last time I saw that, they weren't sure.
No,
So I mean,
like knock on wood,
wrong,
but like,
goes fucking wrong.
Yeah,
I told you, it's in the carpet, bro. It's in the paint.
It's in the marrow.
God. Can't get rid of him.
It's from their marrow. That's the problem.
All right, next one.
Last topic for tonight. We've got Bud Clark. This is quite sad. Breaks his ankle in the preseason game for Seattle Seahawks. He was starting to work himself in the starters, second string safety, but he was starting to work himself in there, looking good. And breaks his ankle. He's going to be out. They said several months.
No, he's on IR. He's out for the season.
Yeah, they put him on IR today. So.
Remember, IR's not season anymore.
No, it is for preseason. Up until the roster cuts, IR is the season done.
Oh, so he's seasoned up.
Seasoned.
Well, if you look at it several months, it's pretty much done.
I think what it was initially, they thought broken ankle could be coming back around about December.
Yeah.
But then I think they found out it was a broken ankle and a dislocation, which is just fucking the worst news you want to have in that situation.
Whole ankle's fucked.
But yeah, he was training well. He was looking good. He was working into sub packages. I mean, that's a hard safety backfield to get into. So he was doing all right. But yeah, unfortunately, showed a lot, which is good. He's got good tape. He'll come back. He'll be strong. He's got the right mindset.
Oh, more just sucks for him.
Oh, it's terrible. You don't want to see any rookies getting hurt before they play.
I personally don't want to see anyone getting hurt. I want teams, as I said, we play with injuries off here. If the NFL could just be like, no one gets injured and every team's play with their strongest team, you would be flabbergasted how good a season you would get if there was zero.
Oh, of course, but
it'd be unreal.
The Arizona kid, he was a 6th round pick. He was the standout for their camp. Same thing, ACL. You just don't want to see rookies getting hurt before they get filmed.
Before they get a chance.
Yeah. So
no, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, Seattle's been hit by the injury bug a little bit.
Well, I thought Mason Richmond also.
He's on IR. He's done for the year. And Jake Bobo.
I thought.
Yeah.
I thought Richmond was the center, but that's Sandell.
Yeah, that's right.
I had it wrong. Richmond played center for the Niners a couple of years ago, if I'm correct.
Not that Richmond.
Is it a different one?
Yeah, so he was a 6th round pick last year, and he was a shoe in for the 53.
Yeah,
he's had a very good camp. All 3 of these guys would have been a shoe in for the 53. So we're going to see some of the depth that was a strong point for Seattle last year. It's going to be really tested now.
This is what happens when you're good, though. If you're good, you lose your depth. It's as simple as that.
Well, you lose. Typically, you lose your depth to other teams, but they've retained all their depth because they're under contract. They're losing it to injury. So we'll see. We'll see what comes about it. But you'd rather lose, your second, third stringers than your studs. So
correct.
So
good thing is there hasn't been any massive injuries to star players yet. Touch wood, because we don't want that to happen. But
no genuine superstars.
No, nothing yet. So all right, that is it for us this week. That's a bit of our preseason round table. I want to profusely apologize for everyone for bringing up Jed York and then
No.
then engaging these men. To come
Apologize
in.
for letting me talk about it.
That's what I mean. It was my fault. I should have known 2 steps in front of what I was doing, and I didn't know that.
Look,
I like how we both had the same bad point.
you know me 16 years. It's on you now, bro. Like, not me.
I am taking accountability. All right. I don't have blue hair.
Wow.
I just like to throw it all away for a $25.
He won't throw it all.
Throw what away?
He's gonna throw it all.
Yeah, you're right.
He'll be
Throw it away.
He's a billionaire.
His reputation, but he'll get blown
Get
over.
out of here. It's like
No,
a $1,500 fine.
Do you remember
Who cares?
Mike Rabel's reputation? No one talks about that now.
Exactly.
No one cares. It might come up and say suck, but if they're good, they'll be fine.
And but
Hey,
I'll tell you what,
you know,
if they upset Seahawks week one. No one's talking about it.
Rabel's the god. They'll be throwing 30,000
The
diamonds
issue
at him
is-
to keep going.
that Jed York didn't get a chance to get a $125 hooker impregnated.
He'll be back at it again. No, don't worry.
We robbed him of that opportunity.
Do you know what? I flirted with this all night.
You're done.
3. Drop it back 3 now, all right?
You're
You're done.
Hey, if Rabel could go around and fucking other people and having other kids, why can't Jed York?
Good.
At least,
In
I agree.
fairness, Jed York is he's getting divorced.
Yeah, he's
so
divorced, like he's
he was just
single.
trying to.
He's
right,
not doing-
at
he's
least
not
Jed
doing
York's already put the money down up front.
He didn't know how Tinder worked. Like he didn't know what to do.
He's
I
been
think
out of
he was
the game
using
too
it. I think he was using Craigslist. It was a different app.
long. Wow. Get us out of here, please.
If you want more of this sparkling podcast, make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Tickety Talk. Next week is our big season extravaganza preview. We'll talk about all the divisions, everything, because the following week we got fucking football.
And we go 2 podcasts next week. We're
Yep.
back.
No, not next week. The week after, we do Wednesday night live show to preview the 2 games.
Tuesday night.
That's
live
2
show.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tuesday night live show to preview the couple
And then
of games.
we're-
And then the Sunday night we'll have a live show again to preview all the week 1
Yep.
games, and we'll be reviewing the Melbourne game on that too, which
How
I'm
good's that?
sure is going to be very
Oh,
exciting.
we may not have slept.
I think by Tuesday.
No,
You know
the Sunday night.
Sunday night. You're right. I'm. You know what? I've misspoken.
Never say never.
I'm going to
You-
say
well,
there's
you do.
absolutely no chance, and I'm going to also say that he's the fucking ringleader. Sophie, if you're watching this, I've been captured. We can't get an Uber. We're stuck at Crown. What more excuses?
Hey,
do you want?
no. Let's not have a fabricated maybe with a definite thing that happened and blur the lines. That happened. We were stuck at.
It did happen, but that's for another podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to our sponsors, the Sporting Globe, Chenside
Yes.
Park, and Doncaster. Thanks to Dave and Eloise. We will see everybody next week. Peace on, Braz.
Ciao.